You are at the cabin. Approach her. Over to you, Luci.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Who are you?
I am solitary light in an empty city. What are you?
I think she needs a hand. I think she has more hands than she will ever need. But we'll come back to that.
Solitary lights? What do you mean? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I just checking in, looking for any and all content of one of my favorite games ever. Is this a first playthrough? It is not for either one of us. We are both very, very familiar with this game, and we are both very big fans of it. And this is only part one of our milestone stream. We have more in store even after we're done slaying princesses. This is just side A of the cassette tape. Yeah, it's Ryan's first time watching this. I think it's Allie's first time watching this, but Tina Cap is another princess slaying veteran. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll be here lurking. Lurk to your heart's content, Todini. Okay, is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone, and there are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing ends and another begins? Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
In the grand scheme of things, kinda. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope, as I witness you.
Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. He's playing a game of peekaboo. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face. There's nowhere for you to be but here. What happens now? Nothing, as we are. But I know there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. How much will I forget? Everything until we meet again. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. What if I don't let you do this to me? Then we will be here forever as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you? How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. I'm not going back. Wait. Do we want to wait, or do we want her to make us forget? Allie says, wait. Oh, Danny's here. Hi! Okay, so Allie says wait, Danny says wait. Yeah, Loki's staying silent for now. It's me talking right now. Allie says wait, Danny says wait, Ryan says wait. Beaver69 boy hasn't said anything, but I mean, with everyone that's here, waiting has the majority. If you need time, then I'll wait with you. Wait forever. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. Loki's awesome. Yes, twice the Loki, twice the chaos. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here, waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine. And just like that, the game closes. Luci, I mean. We're both technically Luci, but for the sake of ease, you probably should call me Luci when both of us are here. And Unlike all the crashes from all of Loki's streams, that crash was supposed to happen. But what happens when we get back into the game? Give it a second, it's loading back up. Hi, Karlak! We have one strand of hair hanging. Okay.
You have returned to me, though you were gone mere moments, and never left your side.
I never left your side. Attempt to outweight your destiny. All we need is jelly, and the gang will be all here.
Okay, make me forget. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can't you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. What does it feel like to change like this? Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my existence stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What will I be? What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself, and to know you. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? We won't commit to that yet. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Can I not do the same things I've done before? Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. What do you want me to bring you next time? Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. I want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be the same as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, or I would not know your absence. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. Do we go back, or do we say that we're going to kill her? We have one for saying we're going to kill her. Eener, Ryan? Going once. Going twice. We're going to say that we are going to kill her. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover. Ready to go back. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, yet the rest of me is still the same. It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. They are bussin', for real, no cap. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. How can you stand to be a contradiction? As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? Anything makes me like you more? No, not really. It all seems so distant. Don't ever say bussin'. This hussy will be bussin' along. What am I looking for? This hussy will be bussin' around this channel a lot more in the coming days. That much you can be certain of. What do you think? Do we like her more? Do we all? Are we neutral? What do all these say? Anything that makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant. I have no opinion one way or another. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Which do you think we should choose, Ryan? I'm hungry too. You still like her? Okay. Let me finish chewing, sorry. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness, you are guided by compassion. Ouch. Hey, I should turn the reverb back on when I'm speaking for this one. What do you think of this vessel? This one is perspectives bleeding into one. You know her better than you know yourself. She will make for an empathetic heart. Do not mourn her, for you would not mourn yourself. Still planning to kill you once we're done with this, does... You know what happens? You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. Have you figured out what you'll want when we finished? The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves. None of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me. You still not care what I bring you next? I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. You don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlet. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? We will know when we near our destination.
Do we still want to kill her at the end, Ryan, or do we want to let that go? Ryan? Let it go? Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Might as well kick this over to Lucy's mic since she's gonna be talking. Cabin, approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. You know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I am asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Lucy's biting at her lip. It's a habit of hers.
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. Think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. Because of that, nothing can't exist. You have thoughts on this vessel? This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? If I did, I would already be awake. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. A, just running out now. I'm helping get rid of our dryer and taking it to the dump. I'll be half hour to 45 minutes. Okay, so Loki and I will choose the next chapter on our own. When you send me back, I'm not alone. Let me know what I miss, please. Will do. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? No. Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? He does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact he does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have some answers. I'm going to kill him, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? 1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. Then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. You know we're going to fight when this is over. Do you really want me to bring you the last vessel? We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, to have had the chance to know you. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. Just going to stay here. You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you. We're not doing this again. There's no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I'll be here, waiting for you. Everything goes dark, and you die. And there's our white woman jump scare. I can finally see you. And you can finally see me. Ah, white woman! It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. Names are their attempt to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. What happens now? Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting, but it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. There are so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, but beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. Okay, I think those lead to a confrontation. Let's ask this one. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this point? If you are saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express, and you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. Fear is a cage around... Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye. It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But even bound, you saw a light, and you gave me the wisdom to speak my heart and shed my doubts. Without fear, suffering ceases to be. Without fear, death dissolves. Without fear, we are free to choose beauty. The construct is a machine of fear. It has no plan in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me. Protect her authority, appeal to... Stress. I was happy to leave with you. Neither of us could have been free without the other. No matter what we did, we kept trapping each other again and again and again. This is more than fear, it is reality. Just because we can reject it doesn't mean the world is free of it. I like this one. Their prisons are their own, and should we not give them the ability to find their freedom? If we can free ourselves, the world can certainly follow suit. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality? Fight early and surrender. Curiosity comes second to doing the right thing. I still want to know what's out there. This one was like to be together. Can we go back to it? Since we're planning to go along with our plan, let's do this one. Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself, though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate. This was Princess and the Dragon. I forgot the voice I gave this one. It was softer, wasn't it? What once was one, then was two, then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete. I wish I could leave with you now like we did then. Being so close to you just because without you, that was terrible. I never want to try to save the world. I never wanted to get pulled in you. I just like shake. Fine with that, and you'll reward me with more fight. Like, no, then that's where it's so trippy. It's a whole lot to wrap your head around. Yeah. I wish I'm gonna be one of these. I wish I could leave with you now like we did then. Then leave with me. early. With the cage, we did the wild, we did the cage, wild, Princess and the Dragon. They'll have the damsel and the beast to go through. I won't leave with you not until you see things from my perspective. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. Alright, we have the deconstructed damsel. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it now that it is within your grasp? My thoughts alone were enough to reduce you to nothing. Not that one, not on this playthrough. I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what it takes, so be it. About the truth, then I don't want to hide from the truth. Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are. Shit, because we went... Crap. Damsel, cage, wild, Princess and the Dragon. I don't remember what else we did. Witch! Yeah, we did the witch. I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective. Okay, yeah. One more. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move and I slam the door. But that is not the end, and both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. The change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now, or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow? There are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. I've already come so far, what more is left for me to see? With time we could have been better. And there is always time. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. Slay her, slay her, slay her, slay her, slay her. Maybe this will kill you. What do you think happens if we leave here? This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. Nah, we're not gonna say that. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? Through conflict, we carve meaning. Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace is with you. Free yourself.
You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. At once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. Stop snickering, Loki. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings.